Hi everyone, today I just want to make a video around how I managed to get monetized on YouTube within 83 days. And I see loads of channels out there that take years, etc. And I also see all these guru videos as well that big everything up and make it look really hard and near impossible and you need this course. But this video, hopefully I'll tell you that it's not that difficult, to be honest. I didn't really have an advantage over anyone. I just done it simply, did it my way, learnt a bit off others, and then 83 days later I got monetized. And the first thing I want to talk around is why I'm making this video, and I want people to know that it's not a boast, far from it. People who have watched my other channel, my alcohol-free living channel, will know that that's just not my style. But I just think with loads of things you see these days, it was just annoying me. And we've all seen those YouTube videos around where these gurus give you the lessons, and it was just really frustrating to watch because it follows the same pattern all the time, and I've seen it for years and years and years. And it's not only how to become monetized on YouTube, it's around businesses and reselling businesses and finance and crypto and everything. And just watching these videos in the beginning, because I did watch them, I'll be honest, I still watch a few select people as well that I think that are honest, but the vast majority I think just make content, make things difficult to sell you something. In the beginning I would watch these videos just to kind of go down rabbit holes, see different opinions on how things worked, and once again, just like everything else, the same pattern was there. They were talking about YouTube and making videos and the processes and editing and the software needed and backgrounds and lighting, and all this is intentionally made just to absolutely bamboozle you. You have this situation that you want to enter this market of being a YouTuber or making YouTube videos, but it's so difficult and so saturated and so complicated, and the algorithms, this mystical creature that decides all these things. And to navigate this, of course, you need the $99 video and course that's going to show you how to do it, but that's just crap. And like I say, I've seen it in everything else. I've seen it. I used to resell loads of clothes. I had a massive warehouse, sold tens of thousands of items a year. And I would see that on YouTube as well. People that try and make supply chains and buying your clothing sound so complicated, software that you needed, and systems in place that were just bamboozling. And of course they would go through the accounts and start throwing in all these words like EBITDA and gross profit margins versus net price of this versus gross price, and make it out to sound like it was the most complicated thing. And it really, really frustrated me. So I just want to tell you how I did it the easy way. And if you want to follow this, then go for it. And I do appreciate that every video and every creator, all the content's different. But if you want to do it similar to me, which doesn't have big action shots and B-rolls and all this stuff, then this is the video for you. But like I say, if you do want to do that, there are good creators out there. Best of luck to you. But I'll just show it. I'll just tell you the simple way that I did it. And the first thing that surprises a lot of people is that I don't edit any videos. If you go over to my alcohol-free living channel, which is my main page, I'll put the link in the description, but the link's also in the channel description as well. If you go over there, I just talk about my experience with quitting alcohol, and it's a format that anyone can use. I have a friend at the moment who's doing a gardening channel, and he pretty much does the same. You could just sit on a park bench, you could go for a walk, you could sit like I'm sitting just now, and you could just talk about your experiences. You could talk about events that are happening in your industry or your hobby, and just express your opinion about it, have a moan, talk about the positives, try and give some tips out. And it's as simple as that. I just record videos. I try and aim for around 8 to 12 minutes, and I feel that's a kind of comfortable zone for me. Once I start getting to around 10 minutes, I kind of get a bit brain tired and I need a break, and that's fine. Sometimes, if you could talk for half an hour solid or an hour solid, like I know some people can, then go for it. But I aim for 8 to 10 minutes, and it's one take. I just have the topic in my head, I'll go up, sometimes it's twice. I'll record 2 videos in a row if the weather's decent. And I just sit on a park bench normally, or sit here and just speak about that subject. And I put my phone into, now I've got cinematic on my iPhone Pro 16 I've got. And you can also just do a selfie cam video as well, which I do outside. And all I do when I get home is I just use the iPhone feature that's on everyone's iPhone to just crop the first 5-10 minutes when I'm kind of pressing it about, getting everything set. And then of course I do my 8-10 minutes, and at the end I'll need to put my phone down, press off. So I just crop that first 5-10 seconds out and the last 5-10 seconds, and that's all I do. I've also got this microphone here, you can see, a DJI. I think I paid around £50 for this. I did try and get it on eBay, but I couldn't really find ones that I didn't really know what parts went with it, etc. A few were beat up, and I just thought to myself, well, it's something I'm going to use every day, so why not buy a good one? So all I do is I've got this kind of, I can't remember if it's the transmitter or the receiver, but I just kind of plug that into the side. I turn it on, plug it into the side of my iPhone. I stick this thing on. It's got like a little furry bit as well if you're outside to stop the wind, and then I just press record. I literally just record for a maybe 5-10 seconds, make sure that the mic's on, and that's it. And when I'm sitting on those park benches, if you're over watching the videos, all I've got is a little selfie stick thing with turns into a stand. I paid £3 for this. That's a lot, like $4, €3.50, and it's just literally a selfie stick I hold like that with my phone on it. And if I want to do this here, I just put out the legs, stick it up, and it's just a cheap thing that costs, like I say, £3, and that's all I need it for. There's no expensive editing software, no really expensive microphones. I'm pretty sure you can get one of these for £15-20 second hand, and that's it. And even if you want to get one of those microphones that kind of sits here, you get them off Amazon. I've got one next door, which I just prefer using this because I'm just used to this mic here, because I'm kind of used to using that. But you can set up the mic, so you've just got a mic maybe sitting here where my hands are, and you can talk about anything. Talk about knitting, talk about gardening, talk about world events, and that's pretty much it. You can just record your video, crop it like I do, and then I just go onto the iPhone app and then upload straight from my iPhone, and that's all I do. And for ideas, I just kind of keep them going. Sometimes I just come up with my own ideas, sometimes I get ideas from other creators that are in the same niche as me, and I just have a OneNote on my laptop. I just open up the Microsoft OneNote app and just power away. I just write down my ideas there, and if I'm out walking about, I just use the notes on my phone, and that's it. And basically, when I've got all my ideas for my videos, if I'm going to make a video today, I'll just get a little post-it note thing that's probably around the same size of this. I put my selfie stick there, and I'll just put, if I do have notes, a lot of the times I don't, I just talk for 8 minutes, and I guess it's just a gift of mine to talk crap for a long time, and I'll just stick the little notes under my phone. Nobody can see them, and they're just a few bullet points to keep me on track. And that's pretty much it. And I think for the longevity of your channel, and people always, oh, how can you talk about quitting alcohol so much? How can you talk these videos? What do you talk about? Just learn from others. You know, there's probably millions of channels out there that are in your same niche, and just look at what they're talking about. And you know, if you're passionate about something like, you know, like gardening, I'm pretty sure even me, who's not that passionate about gardening, I bet you I could come up with 10-20 videos in the next 10 minutes on stuff I could talk about, you know, how to plant bulbs, and, you know, what fertilizer to use, and tips for a garden setup, or how to grow tomato plants. There's millions and millions of ideas out there, and I just wanted to make this video to hopefully show you how easy it is. Like I say, I don't edit videos, I just crop them. You just have one microphone like this that I plug into my iPhone. I just upload that straight to YouTube, and then just fill in the hashtags, etc. Super easy. Any of the ideas, you could write them down in a notebook, put them in the notes in your phone, and if you're needing any notes while you're going along, just stick it on a post-it note and stick it under your phone here so nobody can see it, so you can just look down maybe every time your brain's not concentrating well and you need to get focus, and that's fine. And let's say just talk about it here, go out for a walk maybe and talk about it, sit on a park bench, sit in your car and just get going, and just make sure every single video you make, try and make it a little bit better. And that's pretty much it. And one thing I will add is I just use Canva for my thumbnails. I think I pay $9 a month, and that's pretty much it. I just take pictures from my iPhone, upload them to Canva, copy them across, put a bit of text, download the thumbnail, upload it. Simple as that. And like I say, I know every niche is different. I know some people might be better at talking than others, but if you look at the first videos, the first 20, 30 videos on my first channel, they were shocking. I was like a robot talking to the camera. But every day I got bigger. My thumbnails, you'll see, progressed better. I used to use AI, I was doing other stuff, and it's all completely changed. So just keep going. Don't quit after your first video or your 10th video. It took me around 45, 50 videos to finally get one that got traction, and a few took off, and then that was me monetized. And now I get paid for making videos, and it's as simple as that. So when people are telling you it's super hard, there's so many of these really difficult variables, and the algorithms doing this and the algorithms that, just do it. Just keep it simple, be consistent, get better with each video, improve something slightly better, and you'll get monetized. Just keep it going. Rome wasn't built in a day, but one of your videos will take off, and then the next one will take off, and before you know it, you'll be monetized. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it useful. Take care, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye.